very well be a playoff game later on down the road, as the Oilers, who are struggling right now, they're in a kind of a neutral spot, take on the Blues, who are projected to go to the playoffs more likely than not. And of course, they have Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. We have, obviously, you know him, you love him, it's me. But we also have another guy you know and love. It's Ice Storm coming in from Nashville. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to kick this thing off. The only other thing... Yes! Thank you. We got that score bug. The perfect score bug where it doesn't do anything with the team. That is awesome. Anyway, sorry I'm geeking out about a freaking score bug. But anyways, guys, I would really appreciate it if you'd leave a like on this video. By the way, this will be going out today on this Easter Sunday. So I want to say, Happy Easter to everybody. And, being a Christian, we all know what Easter's about. So show a little love in the comments. Maybe an amen in this video. But other than that, it's Houston and Brooklyn in the Brooklyn area. Here we go.
And we're the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, buddy. The Cleveland Browns already been playing. So Brooklyn will get the ball first. The home team in this scenario as they go down to the 27. And boy, you gotta love those jerseys. Absolutely incredible. Designed by
Aaron Rodgers.
By EA. Yep. Aaron Rodgers, 77 overall. Decision making is ideal. Of course, we've seen that stat all season. But other than that, I would say he is a pretty dang good quarterback. He's got a good halfback back there as well. And Breece Hall, who will try to get around the line, cannot. He'll only get a yard out of it. So 15 rushes, 67 yards, and a touchdown last week. Doesn't sound like much, but when you consider the week before that, you'll know why we call him one of the best running backs in the league. One of. Rodgers. With no time, and down he goes. Will Anderson. And this defense getting off to a hot start. Take a look at Will Anderson coming off the edge here. Absolutely nowhere to go. The line is shattered beyond belief, and Will Anderson comes up, makes a big play on the ball.
Better watch out, Gramps.
That's probably what he said, running up to him. 3rd and 20. Rodgers with a blitz, and down it goes!
That's Lassiter.
Yeah, Kamari Lassiter. Knocking him down, and that will be a 3-and-out, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone. What a turn of events. One more play, and I feel like they might have had a safety on their hands, as Stephon Diggs, I believe, will take this one up across the 40 to the 41. And C.J. Stroud. Now, we should get some good data on him, and we will. 181, 244, nearly 2,000 yards on the season, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And the sad part is about that, that's basically average right now. 1st and 10.
Yeah, and he's
passes.
He's got like 3 really good receivers too. I mean, if you count tight end, he's got Dalton Schultz too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he's not balling out, at least in the middle of 2,000 yards wise. I mean, if you really think about it. And that's a nice throw to Dalton Schultz.
He's been putting on a pretty good show. The former Ohio State Buckeye travels halfway across the country to, Texas, where he was drafted. Yeah, they're in the same spot. You know what I meant. So
yeah, he stayed there too, by the way.
Yeah, he's been He's been around for a while. Dalton Kincaid, by the way, last week. 5
Oh.
receptions, 55 yards.
Wait, no,
So
that's not Dalton Schultz. That's Dalton Kincaid.
that's what I said.
Huh.
2nd and inches at the 31. Here's a handoff, and it's going nowhere but backwards. And the Blues are going to have an injury timeout. Who's on the table there? Number 54. Now, that is a huge injury. I believe that's one of their linebackers, so hoping he's all right. Stroud handoff to Mixon, and he's going absolutely nowhere. Stopped in his tracks once again. And that's Hassan Reddick taking him down. It'll be 4th and 2 and a decision to make early in the ball game.
What will they do here?
Ooh, they're going out aggressive. 4th and 2 at the 33. You love to see it. Will it pay off?
Campbell, y'all's head coach?
And they run it at the first down. Houston. Mixon fights back. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 31 by the length of the football. But hold on, we have a penalty. Some obvious movement on the offensive side. It's going to hurt him a little bit. It's 1st and 15 at the 36. Stroud from the under center look. Stroud got to get it away, and he does. Had way too little time back there, and he had to make a play, and he certainly did. 2nd and 15. Mixon running up the gut, and he's going to get about 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 12 at 32. Here we go. Stroud to throw. Steps up. He is dumped.
Oh.
Someone get it checking on him. Oh my goodness. My guy just got pancaked. And it's going to be 4th and 18. Kick here, about 56 yards. It's up. And good. Just barely scraping past the crossbar. Look at this. Oh, man. So freaking close. Almost thought he was going to miss that. And by the way, we haven't had a missed kick on this broadcasting side since about, I'd say, what, probably earlier season, maybe week 2 or 3. Rushing yards, maybe. By the way, K9 leads the pack, as Breece Hall is, of course, part of that list. Trying to scrape by today. Rodgers fires, passes caught. That's his main man, Garrett Wilson, for the first down.
His only man.
He's got Devontae Adams.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot this was Devontae Adams' era New York Jets.
And this pass going nowhere as tackle is made at the 45. Nice work on the outside. 2nd and 11 at the 45. Rodgers lining up, looking to throw, and this pass is broken up and incomplete. Looking for a flag. I don't think he's going to get it. And it'll be 3rd and 11 at the 45. Empty set for Rodgers. Looking to throw. He's running backwards. As an oldie, he should know not to do that. And he's sacked.
And with his age, he doesn't have the speed to outrun
Oh, no.
people. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was destined to happen. At some point, Rodgers is going back to the tunnel.
Dang, his arm.
And they're at home, so this is a really bad injury. If he's got to go back to the tunnel.
Well, there's been history of New York stadium fields, as you can be aware of. The New York Jets, not the Jets, the Giants. Jets and Giants have both the same stadium, so they got the same turf.
Kind of like our Memphis teams.
Yeah, the turf IRL is like hard, it's
It's
as
terrible
soon
to
as you get
play in.
hit there,
So
yeah.
some people say, and there's a nice gain right there. Nico Collins with the yak yards, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 48.
I think the Blues in this case need to hope that Aaron Rodgers can come back, because if not, it might be Zach Wilson that comes in. I don't know.
Yeah, it could get ugly really quick. We've seen what happened with the
Wait,
Dragons. They
either Zach Wilson or Tim Boyle. Maybe Teddy Bridgewater, but I'm not sure though.
will get the answer when Brooklyn comes back up. Meanwhile, Houston already with 3 points, with Brooklyn having none and an injured quarterback, raises some concern as Stroud is going to collapse in the pocket. He's sacked. Second one today by Brooklyn. And I believe that is the most sacks, really, that we've had in a first quarter this season. Well, technically, that'd be ever. 3rd and 16. Stroud trying to fight, running away, and he's just short, 3 yards away, and Hassan Reddick makes the first down saving tackle. And it'll be a punt for Houston, but it should be a pretty good one considering where they're at. As this one going end over end, and they'll pin him inside the 15. Not a good look right now, as we'll see the backup come out for the Blues. It's Taylor.
Oh God, Tyrod Taylor.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 13. ISO set, they're going to start by handing it off, which is common when you have your backup quarterback in the game. And now it'll be 2nd and 9 after that measly run. Taylor, handoff again to Breece Hall. And it'll be a little better, but this time it's 3rd and 6. Must
I
pass.
think he's afraid of throwing, honestly.
Here we go. Taylor looking to throw. Scrambles out. He's going to have the first down and more. Taylor all the way down to the 32. His first play is 16 yards.
I'm surprised. He's a veteran in the game. He's like at least maybe
He's nimble. Look at him.
few years younger
He
than
tried to run away from the corner.
this guy was
He
like,
wasn't sliding for nothing.
Nah, I mean, like, dude, he's like a few years younger than Aaron Rodgers, like maybe by like 3 to 5 years. I mean, this guy's got better speed than Aaron Rodgers does. And he's probably around
Absolutely.
his like early 30s,
Well,
maybe mid 30s.
we'll see how the veteran backup does at the second quarter. As of right now, it's 3-0 Oilers with the advantage at the end of the first.
Boom.
And partner, I don't think I've seen a better scenario for Tyrod Taylor to come in and lead this team.
Oh yeah, he needs to be the leader here today, because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to come back this game if Tyrod Taylor's in. I mean, maybe in the second half, but
yeah,
we'll have to wait and
we'll
see.
have our answer in that second half, but other than that, we're just kind of waiting on post-game. Taylor.
Uh-oh.
Firing out wide. It's going to be incomplete. Had to throw that ball away as Derek Stingley Jr.
I like
in
how
the
he
vicinity.
started stepping up in the pocket there for a moment, and he realized no one was open and pressure was coming quick, and he had to throw it out of bounds.
Absolutely, as this ball bouncing into the end zone. The Houston Oilers will take back over. Rushing touchdowns, the stat leader is Joe Mixon. Behind him, Saquon Barkley and Breece Hall. So a really good matchup between, two of the top 3 running backs in the league. So far, they've both been held in check as Stroud goes down. Another sack for Brooklyn. And now Stroud goes out. Are you kidding me? Who's the
Wow.
backup for the Oilers?
Davis Mills.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't even know it.
Here we go. Mills in the
Mike Davis
backfield looking
Mills
to
spoke.
throw. Firing, and it's caught. First throw on the first play he's been in. It'll immediately be a catch and 4 yards. Well, 5, actually. 3rd and 16. Firing is Mills, and that pass is caught. But sadly, with
Too
that
far.
sack that Stroud took, it's just not enough.
No, it's crazy actually. I think Davis Mills has been with the IRL. He's been with the Houston Texans since like 2020. I think he's still rocking with the team right now, even though he's a backup. I mean, so
Absolutely. Tyrod Taylor again for the second drive of his career in the MNFL
battle
so
of
far.
now you got yourself a game. Now Brooklyn's got a chance to hold this one out here. This is the battle of backup quarterbacks here now.
Absolutely.
I mean, we
And if
got it.
Stroud doesn't come back, it looks like his leg got kind of crushed in that hit on him, of course. And there goes Breece Hall, the 3rd best running back in the league in terms of touchdowns. And he's all up in their face. Oh, boy.
I
This
think he
one's going to
could
get
possibly
nasty.
come back because he didn't get taken back to the locker room or anything. He just sat on the bench. Usually they would be taken back to the locker room if anything was like
Yeah, and
serious or if they were out for the rest of the game.
considering he's at home too, I don't think this one's going to be bad at all. So 2nd and 10. Nice run by Breece Hall again. He's going to go down past the 40 to the 39. It's a first down Blues. There goes Breece Hall. He's coming for that top position in the running back touchdowns race. As a look to throw. And that pass caught. He's still on his feet. And, oh, man, they're going to say he just stepped out of bounds at the 35. Here's Tyrod Taylor. Throwing again, same spot. And he's going to have 4 yards that time. It's 3rd and 2. Third and 2 at the 31. Taylor gonna throw here. Steps up. He might run it. And he's gonna put his life on the line. And unfortunately, just short. 4th and 1. So take a look at this. Tyrod Taylor trying to beat him out to the edge. And, well, Lazard couldn't block the guy underneath. So had to take the guy over. Tyrod Taylor just unfortunately not able to come clean with that one. Blues get their kicker a chance, and he will put it up. It's Greg the Leg Zerline. As it'll be 3 apiece in this game. Very low scoring. Did not account for that when the game, of course, started. So, and here, it looks like Stroud's returning to play. So he is probably fine. And he is absolutely fine. Rushing back out with the team. His leg is fine. And he's going to be sacked again. Are you kidding me? Run him up. Carter the second, who has had a breakout sensation in his last game. Absolutely incredible work he's doing right now for Brooklyn. As Stroud looks to throw over the middle, pass is caught, and he is reamed as he is just close to securing that first down. DeMario Davis absolutely laying the wood there. 3rd 2. Stroud to throw, goes to the side, and it's dropped, incomplete. I believe that's Quincy Williams, who was a Jet in the past and is now... I mean, he's still in the league. I can't remember where he exactly went. Might be the Browns. Pretty sure. By the way, guys, we're going to get this fact checked for you. So, Quincy... Run by Breece Hall for 3 yards. And yes, he is currently a Cleveland Brown with the Jets. He was that number 56 that you just saw. So I was absolutely correct on the name and the team he's currently on. So, Alshire, 3 tackles today, as they come short on 3rd and 2. Let's see what happens. Hall up the gut, and it's not going to be enough. Nice job by that linebacker to fill the hole. And it's 4th. Great job squaring up right there. Just phenomenal. 4th and 1. They'll go ahead and punt this ball away. Brooklyn giving it to Houston, and... ooh, just gonna bounce into the end zone. Hate to see it. Don't, though, if you're Houston, who, of course, will battle from this spot at the 20. Here's Stroud. Trying not to take another sack, and that's going to be a first down and way more, as Dalton Kincaid already beats the yardage he had in his last game, and he is coming alive. So now Stroud to work from under center. Throwing. Pass is caught, and... ooh. Half expected to see a flag on that play. None there. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 48. Here we go. Stroud floating it up. Incomplete. Great job right there by number 36. I believe that's Carter. He needed one of those deflections. And it's 3rd and 8. At the 48-yard line. Blitz coming. Pass is caught. And it's going to be a first down. And Quincy Williams goes down for the Blues. You hate to see it. Another injury for the Blues. Another big one at that. So 1st and 10 now for the Oilers at the 37 after that big play. Looking to throw. Stroud underneath, and that's not going to go for much. The lineman was able to tackle their tight end, and that will be 2nd and 10. Might as well have been incomplete. Play action. Stroud can't get it off. Big hit. And Houston now in a peculiar situation. 3rd 15. Stroud sacked again. Don't sleep on the Blues. Their secondary is sharp right now. And Michael Carter comes up for his 2nd sack of the game. Unbelievable. Sorry to whoever's safety, or whatever safety's name I just butchered by calling them Michael Carter. Sure they won't mind, though. He's having an incredible game as Tyrod Taylor comes out yet again for the Blues, and it's becoming more and more likely that Aaron Rodgers is just going to sit out the entire game. Looking to throw. Taylor, middle of the field, and it's dropped by Lazard. Needed to have that one with time winding down in the 2nd quarter, a.k.a. the first half, which Ice, of course, will give you the updates at halftime. pass is caught for 4 yards. Nice hit there by the Houston secondary. It's 3rd and 6. Taylor over the middle. Caught. First down. Blues will use their 2nd timeout. I believe that was a quarterback-initiated timeout, too. He knows the situation now. Looking to throw. Taylor. Firing and caught! Lazard able to bring it in at the 46. And he's letting his teammates know he is here today. 44 seconds left as he got out of bounds. Looking to throw. Taylor is nailed by Alshire. Be 2nd and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted by Houston. This is going to be a pick 6. Stingley Jr. to the house. Incredible. Way to play defense right here. You see Taylor, he's been going to the outside a lot, and there it kills him as he's going to his number one receiver, and that's Garrett Wilson. Great job, again, to just jump in front of that one. First touchdown of the game is a pick 6 with time winding down in the 2nd quarter. So a 10-3 ball game with 32 seconds left in this first half. Again, we remind you that halftime will be brought to you by Ice from Nashville, as the return goes to the 30. So Brooklyn's got a shot at this very, very precarious situation. Under 30 seconds left at the 30. Here's Taylor. Rolling out. Gotta get somewhere. And he does. And it's a first down to the 44. He is fired up about that one. Making something out of nothing. 20 seconds to go. Taylor. Rolling out. Firing. Incomplete over his head. Stingley Jr. in the vicinity. And that might have rung the alarm bell for Tyrod Taylor. Stepping up. Running. Taylor is going to have a first down through all the contact. Incredible ball play right there. And, ooh, hold on. We're getting a little curious now. 59 yards. This one's up and no good. Greg the Leg can't make the kick there. And it's going to go by the wayside. This game remains 10-3 with just 3 seconds left. I believe Houston will just take this one into the half. No, they're going to throw. Last play of the half. Stroud off his back foot. Incomplete. Caught that ball, but they're going to say it's out of bounds. And we have halftime. Brought to you by Ice from Nashville. Partner, take it away. Okay, I don't think my partner's here right now. It's a little weird. Anyways, Virginia Beach and Memphis 17-10 in that ball game, as we take a look at another game that is yet to come. It is the Lumberjacks and the Redwoods, who will go to town at some point. And the final game on our schedule, the Thunderbirds and the Oklahoma City Bison will face off, as we take a look at this Easter match. And man, it has lived up to the hype. Defensive plays all around. Might be a little disappointing for the fans that come for the offense, but the old heads are absolutely loving this game right now as we send it into the third. 26-yard line there for the Oilers as Mixon is third in receiving yards in the league. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the 26. Handoff. There goes Mixon. And that's going to be a first down to the 41. Mixon is now finding his legs, and that is dangerous, as they already have the lead. And it has been apparent that Aaron Rodgers' absence is affecting them, as this pass knocked out of the hands of Nico Collins. Clark was absolutely fired up about that one. Sorry for butchering your name. As it'll be 2nd and 10. Throwing passes caught. Unbelievable job right there, securing that one for the Oilers tight end. Might go down as a Pro Bowl tight end at the end of the season, so we'll see where we're at when that clock strikes. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 42. Stroud doesn't know where to go with it, and he's sacked again. The sacks are really getting out of hand for the Oilers. It has been a drive killer so far, and Will McDonald is going to get his, I believe that's his first sack of the year. Better late than never, as they say. It'll be 2nd and 23 at the 45. And this ball caught as Michael Carter will make his 5th tackle of the game. He needs an interception, and right now would be a great time to have it. 3rd and 17 at the 49. There's motion to Mixon, firing, and this pass is caught, but with some expenditures. Double linebacker hit right there on the young receiver, as that'll be 4th and 13. And this one will go out by the wayside near the 10, just over that at the 11. So Brooklyn has had its fair share of concerns so far in this ball game. Talk about Tyrod Taylor leading the offense, which he hasn't done too bad with. It's just they haven't been able to score. And, you know, in a game like this, you definitely need to be able to score on offense. That's going to be your tiebreaker in this ball game. You can't always rely on your defense, but Houston only has the lead because of their defense. So we'll see what happens. 2nd and 7. Play action. Taylor! Oh, man, that one nearly snagged off the helmet of a lineman. And Barnett nearly just took that one back for a scoop and score. It's 3rd and 7. Tyrod Taylor sacked. First one since the first quarter, as Brooklyn had been adding them on, and now they get a taste of their own medicine in a special place on 3rd down. So 4th and 12 will send this ball flying over to the opposite end of the field. They're going to get good field position at about the 40-yard line, maybe the 30, 38. Excuse me. So season for Joe Mixon. He's had quite the year so far, racking up just over a little over 500 yards. As he looking to throw is C.J. Stroud. He's going to get Mixon absolutely crushed for that catch, and it'll be 2nd and 13 at the 34. Now Stroud looking to throw. Blitz coming, and nice coverage right there. It's 3rd and 10 at the 38. Carter, I think, is lined up along the bottom side of your screen. And here we go. Stroud is sacked. I think that's his first. That's Fotu, I think that's what that said on the back of his jersey. Couldn't quite tell, but hey, it's 4th and 13, and now the Oilers are in action. Oh, I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Blues are in action. I don't know why I said Oilers were doing anything. My bad. But hey, Tyrod Taylor, he's gotten a battle back from that mistake. And right now, ooh, looks like a pretty nice time to try it. Here's Tyrod Taylor rolling out, firing, and incomplete. I'm not even going to try to say his last name. You already know why. I'm probably going to butcher it. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Here's Breece Hall storming up the middle at the 1st down. A total 5 yards per carry so far for the Brooklyn running back. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Taylor. Gets it off to the side. That's Devontae Adams for a nice 1st down, and he nearly took off again. He's got it to midfield now, and the Blues are picking up the pace on offense. Nice work right there by Devontae Adams, able to turn his legs and get upfield. And that is the yards that matter the most. It's the yak yards. So Breece Hall squeezing through for about a gain of 3. Simple excuse me push will get him to 2nd and 7. As Breece Hall going around the edge. Breece Hall still going. And he's going to go down to the 32. So it's 1st and 10. Now for the Brooklyn Blues. If all else fails, they can always get a field goal. However, I think they're more or less thinking 7 at this current moment. And Breece Hall just absolutely dropped in the backfield. Al-Shaair taking him down for a loss of 4. And now they'll be backed up to the 35. Hand off to Breece Hall. He will do the same thing. No, I'll say he's down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, that doesn't make any sense. He got tackled for a yard loss. Anyway, 3rd and 15 is what it should say, as Breece Hall is going to try and trudge forward, but he's not getting anywhere. They tried to feed him the ball like he was prime Marshawn Lynch, and well, that didn't happen. So here we go, about a 52-yard kick for Greg the Leg, as it's up, and it is good. So we figured out his field goal range, about the 40-yard line or so. For an automatic kick, now a little outside of his range would be like, 56. Which he can still make it, but you're going to hold your breath. So there's Mixon, 524 yards, and looked like it said 10 touchdowns on the season. Not bad for him. 31-yard line. Here's Stroud. Firing to the sideline, and this one's caught for a gain of 6. Here's now 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line. Hand off to Mixon, and he'll have the first down after a gain, which was substantial, and his own teammate was just whacking him in the face. Had to have known what he was doing after that first hit. But anyway, here's Mixon turning directions, stiff arms a man, and there he goes, past the 40 to the 39, as it's going to be an Oilers first down and an electric run to end the third quarter, 10-6. Blues are fighting back, however, the Oilers are in a prime position right now. With that pick six, that was a detrimental part to this game, and they are showing it effortlessly at the moment. Here's the final 12 minutes of this ball game. Looking to throw, and Stroud is going down again. Reddick wreaking havoc. So Hassan Reddick has been an absolute threat blitzing right now, and of course you see why. Right there, able to take him down. I believe that's his 2nd sack of the game. Carter with about the same amount. 2nd and 18 at the 47. Stroud handoff up the middle as Mixon will fight his way forward for 5. And it'll be 3rd and 13 at the 42. Here we go. Looking to throw, and that's going to be the 3rd sack and the 10th sack for this team, which leaves them just 1 behind the all-time record for a single team sack record, single game sack record, excuse me, for any team in the league at 11. So we'll see if on their next drive they can get something working there, as this punt will go end over end and past the 20 to the 18. So out comes Tyrod Taylor, led him to 3 points, his first points that he was technically accountable for as a quarterback in the Multinational Football League. Hand off to Brees, and he will go for a gain of 4. Oilers takeaways. They have had 1 today, which leaves them in control of this matchup. Their season ranking though, was top 10 in the league, so Brooklyn's got to be doing something right. 2nd and 6 at the 23. Taylor firing on the middle, but no die as he hit Brees Hall right in the hands. That should have been a catch. 3rd and 6 at the 23. Taylor to throw. Firing. Caught. And he makes a move. Wilson down to the 33. And Brooklyn has some life. They have been fighting and fighting and fighting. And right there, that is a detrimental move right there by Wilson to get them within field goal range more than likely, but still in this early 4th quarter, you could take a field goal right now, but you have to get the ball back. As Tyrod Taylor is saying, let's move it a little closer, maybe even get 7 here, as it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 21. Now, Brooklyn has been known for their close wins. And as of right now, it looks like they might have another one. Tyrod Taylor is going down again. 5 sacks. And no way. Tyrod Taylor is out. The quarterback room is growing thin. I believe it's Zach Wilson coming out now. Here's a run. Brees for 2 yards. So 3rd 16 now at the 27. And this blitz will get home. Al-Shaair coming up big, and it's going to be down at the 37. Aziz Al-Shaair coming up in a huge spot and taking down Wilson. Absolutely incredible. They've got to try for this field goal. It's about 54 yards out now, about 54 and a half. Kick is up, and it is good, which lessens the lead for the Oilers down to 1 point. So Stroud and the Houston offense have to score here to try and keep things out of reach, as Brooklyn could very well win this by just 2 points, and just field goals for that matter. This is what happens when you can't score as an offense in the league, and it kind of worries me for what's to come playoff time if I'm an Oilers fan. But, of course, you got to take into account this team is stout right now. They're 5-3, not a bad record, and you still held your own against them nonetheless, as that's going to be a sack. 11. Can they get 12? That is the big question. And I think they can do it either on this play, or if they get another shot, they'll do it again on that one. 3rd and 15. Stroud firing. Passes caught, but it's going to be short. 4th and 5, and now I don't think... No, there's really no concern here. Just punt it away. I mean, they're on their 3rd string quarterback now in Zach Wilson. Or I'm pretty sure that's who it should be. And they're going to be placed right inside their 10-yard line as Breece Hall rushes today. 15 yards, 73. So we'll find out how fast he is right here, as this run for Breece Hall will get him into a good position right now with a little breathing room. And now it feels like they just got a punt or a touchback from Houston. Wilson can't let go of this ball. And no, that's not even Wilson. Who is this? Travis. Huh. Could have swore this was Wilson by Whoa. Anyways, A, by the number, and B, I mean, I kind of just assumed because he was white. 3rd and 6 at the 24. Here's Travis now to throw. Firing, middle, caught! Are you kidding me? It's a 1st down to the 47. Garrett Wilson coming in clutch. This is a great pass right here by Travis. Delivers it down low. Now, of course, you might want to get that one more out in front, but Garrett Wilson makes the snag anyways and puts this right in play for what could be potentially 3 points if all else fails. 2 yards on that play, and Breece Hall feeling the effects right now. Here's 2nd and 8. Travis firing, caught, and that's going to be a 1st down to the 39. Not a bad choice. Hitting Alan Lazard on the little hitch route. 1st and 10 at the 39, and we're going to have a 2-minute warning before we even get to that, where the Oilers still up with the current score of 10. However, Brooklyn coming up from behind with 9. And there's Travis running again. Travis! First down! This game could very well have just been won by that run. It took 3 quarterbacks. But Brooklyn, as barring a turnover, has just won this game. Here's Breece Hall. Tries to cut the other way. It'll be 7 yards when it's all said and done. 2nd and 3. Another run. Hall, he might have an end zone shot, and he does! Touchdown! Brooklyn! The first one of the game coming with 1:16 left. They are all absolutely on fire right now, as this game has just gotten even more heated. They take their first lead of the game, and now a little bit of a cushion here for the 2-point. They're gonna fire and caught. First points for Travis in his career, not just MNFL, but in his entire career. Well, I mean, I bet he probably scored in college, but for his first pro career scoring throw, that is absolutely remarkable. 10-17. Houston is now in a do-or-die situation. 29-yard line is where Stroud will take over, as he did come back. I also seen my partner come back. He was watching the screen. I don't know if he'll say anything right now, but hopefully he says something. 1st and 10 at the 29. There's Stroud, and that one is dropped. I mean, you can live with a drop right now because that was only 1st down. However, you cannot keep that going. There's Stroud. Showing the trust. Hit him once again. This time it is caught, and it will be a 1st down to the 45. With 1:04 to go. Stroud under pressure. Can't get this one out for the screen. Too fast are the Blues. Only a minute left. Stroud throwing it towards the tunnel. And a heated discussion going on along the sideline. Here's 3rd and 10 at the 45. Stroud hit him underneath, and it's a 1st down. Yet another 1st down. Now they need to keep this momentum going. They got 50 seconds left. That is more than enough time right now with where you're at and how this drive has been going to do something. As they'll waste about 3 seconds of that 50 on an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 44. Here's Stroud to throw. Stepping up, and he's sacked again. There it is. Oilers take a timeout so they can celebrate. 10-17 and a new sack team leader. Throughout all the multinational football league, we just watched history happen there, folks. 2 yards on that gain, and now again a do or die. 4th and 15. Firing. Intercepted by Sauce Gardner. And that'll end it. Unbelievable. Look at this. 3 people in the vicinity, including Clark, who Gardner just kind of snags it from. But all is well. 13 seconds and a kneel down will win them this ball game. Unbelievable. Don't know what Stroud was thinking in that situation. Of course, in a high-pressure situation like that, it comes down to, how composed are you, as Rodgers is coming back out for team handshakes. And that play right there might have just been the domino that fell into a scoring position. And there's the Blues. Top 3 running back in the league. Might even be second after this game. Absolutely incredible. Might be a legacy game for him. That is one he cannot forget. Jordan Travis. Another thing where he just cannot forget that one. Incredible. His first points in the league. First
Jordan
time.
Travis.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Now you want to speak. Now you want to speak.
I was busy doing work. I was doing
Uh-huh,
something on
while you
my
were
hard
watching my
drive.
screen and I said something.
Oh no, I
Anyway.
didn't have your screen on for a little bit.
Anyway, sorry, folks. It's 10-17, the final score. I don't know if you've seen that last little bit where they went down, scored that touchdown to, well, win the game. But it
What
was
happened to
incredible.
Tyrod Taylor?
He ended up getting injured as well. We're going to look at the player's stats, make sure either one are able to return. Oh, Tyrod Taylor is injured. Travis, again, throwing pretty
I
well.
think
Aaron
it's
Rodgers is also injured.
I think
And,
it's still gonna show they're injured because, like, yeah.
well,
I think next week they'll be back, or at least Aaron Rodgers probably will.
I don't
And
know.
if
Aaron
they both,
Rodgers, being as old as
if
he
they're,
is, sorry.
if they're both injured, the Blues might end up going out and signing another quarterback for
That,
like
or
the
they could
backup
place all
last.
their faith in Jordan Travis, who just secured them a
Well,
win by
yeah, you
7.
do.
But
Oh yeah,
but
you
I don't
do
think they're
that too,
going to.
but
That's my thing. I don't think they will, but they absolutely could if need be. Davis Mills, the only quarterback that had to come in for the injured C.J. Stroud, who of course was fine, but could not get the ball in the end zone today. I don't know what was up with that, but just couldn't do it. And now we look at the running backs. Brees Hall had a pretty outstanding game, 20 attempts, 119 yards. Definitely carrying the average back up. Joe Mixon, 10 attempts for 49 yards. That will get him nearly to the 5 yards per average, which is usually your check mark to see if you had a really good game. And I will bet you this is why Tyrod Taylor got injured. 4 attempts, 45 yards, and he's only 217 pounds going against linebackers. That's usually a recipe for disaster. Jordan Travis took off twice, ended up getting 12 yards, 6 yards each, of course. So again, that would be his average. Of course, C.J. Stroud would have his run for 12, but only one run will not do you much. Dalton Kincaid might just end up being our leading receiver, even though the Oilers did not win today, and that is absolutely the truth. Wow. Sucks to be him. Garrett Wilson, though, take a look at that. 44 yards, his longest catch and probably his longest run. So that all comes up to a reception type deal, but we will keep going down the line here. Pancakes. Tyron Smith, he was having breakfast out
I
there.
want some.
And Conklin, of course you do. Conklin from Central Michigan ends up getting 3 pancakes, and that's a tight end, man. That's insane. Joe Tipman, 2 pancakes, let up no sacks. Garrett